Hello everyone. You know it is fall now. And so for fall, what do we love? We love apples, everything apples. So what I want to do is an apple dish is just baked apples right now. And it is so good, doesn't have hardly any extra anything on it, that it's a dessert that you can indulge in without blowing your budget on calories or carbs or feeling like you might feel like you've just cheated, but you really have not. So I'm gonna show you how you can do all of this stuff and still be happy and satisfied and healthy. All right, so yeah, I don't want you to give up the taste of fall. So what I got here is this I got from Pampered Chef. I don't know if you've ever seen any of these. Pampered Chef is really good when it comes to this stuff. I've tried to buy the generic versions of some of these things, and it's not quite the same. But look at that. Like, we got perfect wedges here. The only thing you want to be careful is you don't cut your fingers, because I've done that. So slice it down like that, and I pop it out here as so, and I'm getting my wedges. I did not pre-spray this pan. You can if you want to, but I didn't. So turn it upside down, you take your core, and this is how you do it. Pull it off, throw it in here. Hi, baby. I got my sidekick down here who wants an apple. There you go. He's not tall enough just yet for you to see him, but he's getting there. So keep going. So this is something I'm going to actually do a little review for you on oatmeal. And that's in like a little bonus section of what we do here, because a lot of you like apple cinnamon oatmeal. And apple cinnamon oatmeal is nothing but sugar. All right, any of those oatmeals that you buy in the pre-pack that are flavored, I know there's peaches and cream, there's apples and cinnamon, there's maple brown sugar, there's so many flavors of them. And you think, oh, I had oatmeal, it's really good for me. And that's not always true. You wanna make sure you read your labels, you wanna make sure you look at how much sugar's in it. And that's gonna cause a spike in that insulin level. And we talk to you guys a lot about the insulin level, because insulin is a growth hormone, and insulin is associated with a lot of other issues. Insulin's good when it's needed. And so, I mean, whenever your blood sugar rises, you do want to be able to have insulin to lower your blood sugar effectively. But in people who are diabetic, have high triglycerides, or other issues like that, you want to make sure that you're not doing a big quick rise in your blood sugar and a bottom out because the insulin was secreted too much, because that's where you run into problems, and that's what leaves you hungry. And that's why in our program we teach you how to count your carbohydrates and add some protein and fiber into everything, because when you add protein and fiber, you're slowing down that insulin response. All right, so I got my apples cut up here, and then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cinnamon and I'm gonna sprinkle it all over. And the sky's the limit. You just sprinkle all that cinnamon on there that you want. I like a lot of cinnamon. Now, we also put a little bit of nutmeg. Now, nutmeg is an acquired taste, so probably just a little bit more, a little bit of that, not a whole lot. And then I'm gonna take this is Truvia, stevia. You can get any kind of brand name, you get generic, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. So then I take this too, and I just kind of sprinkle. You guys have learned I don't measure a whole lot of stuff. If you're gonna measure this, then I would use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this, because apples are so sweet that you don't really need an extra sweetener on there, but I do add just a touch of it, because when these apples start to cook down, they start to make their own sauce. They start to bubble up around them, and it's so good. And that just kind of mixes with that sauce and makes it even more tasty. Now I'm gonna take just a little bit of vanilla extract, and this really, if you're gonna measure it, measure about 1/4 teaspoon. But me, you know, I don't measure anything. I just put a couple drips on there. There we go. And so the next thing that I do is I'm gonna take my tablespoon. I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. And that's for the vanilla part of it, and just so that the seasonings can get all over everything. Because right now it looks kind of dry, but that's okay. So now I've got all my apples are nice and coated. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it in the oven, 350 degrees for about a half an hour. You'll notice when you're able to stick a fork in them and they're real soft and tender that they're done. And we'll give you a picture of these when they come out of the oven. But then you can either eat them right away, or you can put them into some oatmeal. That some good regular oatmeal, steel cut is the best. If you're really, really pinched for time though, and you really wanna take those, the tear packets of oatmeal, just make sure you get the plain. Don't get the kind that's flavored. You make your own stuff to put on it. The other thing that this is super good on is that chia breakfast porridge that I know you've seen me do, is where I do the chia seeds, the flaxseed, coconut if you like it or don't like it. And then I put hot water on it and some more cinnamon inside of it. You can mix this with that and it is so good. All right, so you can still be healthy, still love everything you eat, and you will never ever feel deprived. That's why we keep doing these things, to teach you how to do this and feel good, make it a lifestyle change without being deprived. You're just making good steps in the right direction. Thanks, guys.